Hey, happy days. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Should you use soft soap to save in this day and age, or supersize and grow your business? I have an opinion about this, of course, but first I'll tell you where the expression and the idiom soft soap came from. In the first half of the 18th century, so a long time ago, a wise writer noticed the similarities between soft and how it was slippery and smooth, and flattery, and how sometimes people used flattery in a slippery and not so smooth way, but in a smooth way, in order to coax or to get people to do what they wanted, in order to flatter or urge, or use flattery and things to get what they wanted, to convince somebody to do something, to convince or to manipulate, or to flattery. I think of Eddie Haskell in the series Leave It to Beaver back in the day. That was an old one. Eddie Haskell was the prime character of an example of flattery and what felt like over the top, kind of insincere flattery. Well, should you use soft soaping? I also think of it as sugar coating. Should you use sugar coating or soft soaping to soften the blow of delivering news in your business? Should you use it with your employees? Should you use it with your customers? Should you use it with your vendors? I look at soft soaping, and you might look at it differently than I do, as a form of, I guess you can think of it as softening the blow, but to me it feels more manipulative and more insincere than just softening the blow. You can deliver news and information and feedback to people in a kind and positive, authentic, and upfront way, or you can try to soft soap it. I remember learning how to do feedback early on in my career, and one of the techniques they taught you was to sandwich your feedback in between two positive messages, a compliment and another compliment. And I always thought that was ridiculous because it felt so insincere and fake. Unless, of course, you have a sincere compliment and something that you respect and like about the person that you are delivering the feedback to, which you always should, right? You should always focus more on what people do right than on what people do wrong. But that strategy, it kind of reminds me of the hitting everybody up on social media with your offer before you really have a relationship with them. If you have a relationship with someone, it's not hard to find what things that you like and appreciate about them, things to sincerely compliment them on. So I say, don't use soft soap. Be honest up front who you are and authentic with people. Don't make things up to sandwich in compliments or sandwich in negative feedback, or to surprise somebody that they're fired. I'll never forget the first time I got fired or let go from a company. I guess it wasn't fired, it was let go and laid off. We spent half an hour talking as if we were just having a regular meeting, and all of a sudden my boss said, "Oh, and by the way, you're not going to be working here anymore." I'm like, what was the point of that, right? I would have much rather had that half hour of my life back and him just let me know, and I could have packed up my desk and been gone a half hour sooner, because it felt insincere, and it felt like it didn't feel like he was upset about delivering the bad news. It felt like he was being inauthentic and trying to hide it and sandwich it in with other information, and that never felt good to me. So how do we handle, and what could we do instead of soft soaping or trying to be deceptive in the information that we share? Here's an example. What's going on with the COVID-19 right now? My daughter lost her job, right before they were going to close her store, and they fired all of her employees, but she stayed on. And her boss and her boss's boss sent some emails and had a couple meetings and was all nice and flowery about it. And her company, and a lot of companies are handling it this way, we're sending out, "Oh, we got this, we're going to take care of you, we're going to do the best we can," email messages, only to a couple days later fire everyone. They fired everyone in the company, everyone in the organization. And it gave me an icky feeling about the whole way it was handled. Why don't you just let people know, we're struggling, we're having a hard time, we don't know what we're going to do, we will furlough all of you and then have you back. But instead, they sent out these sugary, flowery, "Oh, we're all in this together" messages, and then just fired everybody anyway with no notice. So It's how we handle things. Treat people the way we want to be treated. As long as we're doing that and being ourselves and being authentic and honest with who we are and what we want and what we're trying to achieve, we'll attract the people to our business that we're here to serve. And those are the people we should love serving. And so don't we always want to be authentic and ourselves and treat the people that we love and care about the way we want to be treated? Well, then do the same thing in your business and with your customers. That's it. That's all I've got to say about soft soaping today. Soft soap or hard soap? I say be honest, upfront, authentic, and truthful. Hey, I'm soap. I'm really soap. It's the truth. I'm going to wash up this mess instead of flattery and, manipulative strategies, smooth talking, and insincere flattery. Everybody can see that. We humans have a built-in BS detector. I say use it and then treat people the way you want to be treated, and you will always be better. That's it. Have an awesome day. Let me know what you think of this expression if you've got experience with it. If you would like to know the history of a particular idiom, share in the comments below. Just ask. And if I can help you in any way, just ask. Otherwise, go out, have an absolutely awesome and amazing day, and I will be with you tomorrow. Bye.